It is almost 7:30 and the whole team is gathering. Quite excited to get out there and get the capturing underway.
We're at a nature reserve in the Limpopo province of South Africa with the intention to catch about 16 elephants today, which will be going to two separate reserves, one in Mount Camdeboo, the other Buffalo Cliff Private Game Reserve.
Alright, so this morning we took off at 7:30. We spent about half an hour searching for the animals. We found them. You need to make sure that you can get them into an open area where they can actually be recovered. The second key factor in a successful capture is making sure that we are able to identify cohesive family groups, because it's absolutely critically important that you only move bonded family groups.
This is part of a much bigger operation that ERP is implementing at the moment called the Great Karoo elephant migration, where we are moving elephants from overpopulated areas in the Limpopo province of South Africa to areas in the Eastern Cape province in the Karoo environment, which hasn't had elephants for over 200 years. So it's a massive operation for us. It's a very meaningful operation. It's really making a difference.
So we have an exciting day. We're at Atherstone Game Reserve and I'm standing here with Trafford Mashala. He's the manager. We met each other 2 or 3 years ago when there was a problem with elephants overpopulating the area. They were destroying certain habitats, and we tried to create a removal of these animals to stop them being culled.
I'm so much excited today because currently we're doing something that will minimize the impact on the vegetation itself, and of which is good for Atherstone Nature Reserve. And I want to thank Grant. I remember when he came here with all the process that we had to go through to come up to here.
So we just finished measuring the first 5 elephants that we've loaded. They're just loading the last few now. Measurements are done. We take the measurements both for the ID kit for the reserves that are receiving the elephants, and also just to keep track of their growth throughout.
Behind us you can see the trucks. We've managed to get the second group of 5. So all has gone to plan so far. There's a few little hiccups along the way, but that's part of it. Most important thing, they all fine. The struggles that they had with these elephants, having in some cases a negative impact on that environment, which just brought about the necessity of trying to find new properties. And that was all really thanks to Grant Folds, who connected us with Werner, who's been part of this whole journey, and then elephant rhino people who've been amazing. Just a separate note also for Kester Vickery. I mean, I was just blown away on the actual day of capture. Trying to maneuver all of these big vehicles through this very challenging bush. There was lots of sickle thorn, and you just realize it's all for a greater purpose, and it actually brings out the best of humanity when we're all working towards that sort of greater vision. One of the things that you take for granted is the many people that have made this possible. And I know when I was gathering with my family, we started counting through all the people that were present, and there was over 50. And it's very difficult to sort of put into words how incredibly grateful I am for each one of those people playing their role and their part.
It's been a crazy convoy. It's been super funny to park at gas stations and have these guys trumpeting and howling on what people look like we're a Jurassic Park caravan. We've just finished the first long leg of the journey. We've done about 900 kilometers. This is where the elephant parties split. We go in one direction to one reserve, and the other truck and support vehicle go to another reserve in another direction, and it's just been fun on the open road with a bunch of elephants and a bunch of cool people. Simple as that, really.
The big moment has just arrived, and the elephant came off incredibly peacefully off this truck. We were all very fortunate to just sit on the one side looking down at them, and they all gathered, all the big ones on the outside and the little ones on the inside, and the youngest, which was the most exciting to see, connected with mum and started suckling straight away. And I think that was one of those just incredible moments where we knew that they had reconnected and were feeling comfortable. Yeah, really special to also share it with my family. And I've got 3 little boys, and quite special that there's also 3 little elephants. You can't help but make that connection and that bond. and it's going to be really special to see them grow up and these elephants in the bush together. They'll, you know, surpass me in my life, and hopefully my children will be able to enjoy them when they're fully grown. Yeah, humbled. We've got this crazy long-term vision of ultimately trying to link with the national parks, both Mountain Zebra National Park and the Camdeboo National Park. We're ambitious enough to try and even reach all the way to Addo, and it's a lifetime vision, but it's one that we need to work towards, you know, to protect the environment and also protect these incredible species. Seeing this land converted from agricultural farmland back into pristine wilderness, and I just love that sound, that elephant trumpeting in the background. Yeah, I mean, that's the sort of the thing that gives us goosebumps. Okay, so here we are, the first morning of the elephants, well, the first morning for the elephant on Mount Camdeboo. We've just made our first sighting, and it's just on this mountain ridge behind us, just where the sun is sort of peeking over the mountaintop. I don't think we could be more excited. The whole family herd is together. The one thing that's blown us away is the terrain that they've managed to scale, and where they came from was absolutely flat. So I think, yeah, it's just one of those incredible things. These illies have learned how to climb mountains.